Scorpions, and welcome to part 5 of our mini series, New Faces of UAS. I'm your host, Ali Al Ali.
And I'm Chaeyoung. Joining us today is Ms. Gearheart. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
Prepared 5 questions for you, Ms. Gearhart, and it's all about getting to know who you are. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay.
To start off with, what attracted you to this country or UES in specific?
So in the past year or so, I just kind of became randomly more interested in the culture of Arab countries and Arabic. So I thought this would be a great place to learn more about it and a great place to start off an international career.
What do you aim to accomplish while working at UAS?
So something that I'm really passionate about is inclusion for all students. So basically for students who excel at academics and students who may struggle with academics, I want to help make UAS a place where it's welcoming to everybody, regardless of their levels, basically.
So in your past experiences, have you accomplished this aim?
Sorry, can you say that again?
In your past experiences, have you accomplished this aim?
I would like to think so. I mean, I've worked on teams with people at other schools where I feel that we've accomplished this. So it's something that I feel is very possible, and we're already on our way there. I just want to see what we can do as a school to help improve that across the board.
So that kind of makes me wonder, what are your biggest strengths and weaknesses?
So I'll start with my weaknesses so we can end on a good note. So I'm not great with pacing. So I tend to go pretty slow when I'm teaching. So I'm not great at keeping that. And personal time management is something that's hard for me. And just staying focused in general. Those can be tough. My strengths, I feel, are building relationships with students. That's like why I became a teacher, and it's one of my favorite things about it. I'm very organized, and I feel that I'm a good communicator when it comes, especially when it comes to dealing with sensitive issues.
What do you think are the biggest challenges that today's students face, and can you possibly relate to them?
Yes, I think that the biggest challenge that students and really all people in the world face right now is the balance between self-care and self-motivation. So having the self-motivation to excel and to do your best while not going overboard in a way that you don't end up taking care of yourself. I think that's just a really tricky tension between those two things for all people with the age that we live in with social media and being able to compare to other people and the pressure that's on us all, basically.
Moving on to our second to last question. Before you mentioned about your strengths and weaknesses, so would that be how people view you, and how would other people view you, and how would you describe yourself?
You guys ask the hard questions, because this one I'm always like, I don't know, ask the other people. But what I've heard before from, more or less, is that I'm consistent and I'm good at validating others when we're communicating. And I'm very reflective. So I'm always thinking about, if a situation didn't go well, my first thought is always, what could I have done to make this better, instead of placing the blame on others. And I hope that that's something that people see in me.
So you use that in your personal life as well as in school as a teacher?
Yeah, I do. I have the saying, bad days are good data, which I got from a professor at university. And I think it's especially applicable to school circumstances when things don't go well. Instead of saying, oh, that was a waste, it's actually, we can take a closer look and say, what exactly went wrong? Why did it go wrong? And how can we improve this? And I think that applies to personal life as well, with relationships and, just hanging out with friends, making plans. Like, it's applicable across all areas of life, I guess.
On the topic about yourself, what are your interests and how do you relax?
I am not very good at relaxing, I'll tell you that. I'm pretty high strung. So when I take the time to relax, I really like to just like read. Harry Potter is one of my favorites that has been since I was a kid. I love to play the piano and sing and play the guitar. I'm working on meditating to try to make that a hobby. Not very good at it yet.
Yeah,
Getting there.
very important.
Yeah.
So, about the guitar, when did you start playing the guitar?
I started playing the guitar when I was in probably grade 10 of high school, so it's been 15-ish years. I'm really not great at it. The reason why I chose to start playing the guitar is because my best talent is singing, and so I wanted something that I could play along with my singing so that I didn't have to sing to a track, or I didn't have to be stuck with a piano.
So since you've been playing it for 15 years, you're very consistent. How do you like manage to do all this at once?
I don't. Well, actually, I think that having something to perform at is what's motivating for me to continue practicing it. Guitar, admittedly, I haven't been very consistent about, but piano and singing I do often. And so I like to, when I have a reason to perform, that's what keeps me practicing. So I try to find ways to do that every once in a while.
Okay, great. Well, that's it for today. Thank you, Ms. Gearheart, for joining us today.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations.